This is Carl Jung. He was a Swiss psychologist who inspired one of the most widely used personality profile testing, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. This method postulates that all of the world population is divided into 4 broad personality types and 16 subtypes. And this is me. I'm interested in people's behavior and observing what provocation, incentives, and information affect that behavior. And I'm a closet cartoonist. So needless to say, all these illustrations are mine. Epiphany 1. From the Hyper Island way of learning. I came to realize that people simply would get along better and achieve more if they just knew more about each other. What if getting to know your friends was as enjoyable as a game? What if the benefits were both emotional and commercial? That led me to start my game by first administering the Myers-Briggs typology test amongst all the students of my class. As per the Myers-Briggs broad-based typology, 30% of those surveyed were traditionalists, 25% conceptualists, 25% experiencers. The remaining 20% were idealists. And then I put in a stimulus, which was nothing but a mildly provocative statement with 4 predetermined choices. These choices were designed with the 4 broad typologies in mind. And then I made the participants answer them twice. First for self, and the second time guessing what their own class average would be. The statement I set up was about the Swedish government's initiative on food stamps for poor people. There were 4 choices based on the 4 predominant personality types. That information generated 2 shapes. One was the shape of an individual's response, the other was the shape of the average group response. And the closer an individual's shape got to the group shape, the higher the chance of winning. How does one make progress? Simple. With once a week validation of how close or far away is one from knowing his or her friends better. And there is a leaderboard that publishes the top performers of the week. Only the individual shapes and their deviations from the group shape is published. No one ever gets to see the actual group shape. So far, so good. But here's the little twist in the tale. The group average response shape is dynamic. That is to say, as individuals submit their personal responses in the first part, the shape of the group average changes. Hence, at any point of time, there is no one certain shape prediction that an individual can make by just looking at the leaderboards. In other words, it's a shifting goalpost, and the players are themselves responsible for shifting it. That said, let me talk a little bit about the hurdles that one has to keep in mind. First hurdle, participation. No one is interested in joining in unless there is something in it for them. And usually, a combination of 2 incentives are timeless: money and recognition. My first surge in participation came when I announced a cash incentive and a letter of recommendation. Second hurdle, going beyond early adopters. Most will still not join until there is some sort of sign that they have a shot at winning. Hence, I saw my second surge in participation when I started publishing the leaderboard that changed 3 times within 10 days. Third hurdle, foolproofing. There will always be people trying to beat the system. And I realized even though the group average was dynamic and constantly changing, there still was room to calculate the second position from the published leaderboards. Hence, I removed the calibrations from the last leaderboard. Epiphany 2. This game could have massive use in group dynamics. Imagine Oracle. It works with teams that collaborate from all over the world. How much time and money do you think gets wasted on cultural misunderstandings, miscommunications, and just trying to create cross border empathy amongst people who simply don't know each other? Imagine if Oracle incentivized its diverse teams to play this game. Potentially, within weeks, there could be better understanding of culture, society, and value systems across the world. The groups will simply work better. Learnings from this journey. At the onset, my idea was extremely complex. It involved an esoteric mix of statistics, probabilities, all 16 Myers Briggs profiles instead of the four major ones, and elements of gambling. When I explained the whole thing to my group, the response was, my group then helped me significantly simplify my game. To sum it all up, here are my 5 big learnings from the journey. Commitment to simplicity, putting it through the people test, not falling in love with my own ideas so much that I can't fix the flaws. Sometimes, just chill. Let the epiphanies do their job. No bugs that can't be fixed. Never give up. And here are the 2 real life winners from my game.
Na 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 na.